Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. Let's get that countdown timer going. Ready, Svea?
Yay! Yeah, let's get this going.
Oh,
Woo-hoo!
this week's episode is going to be filling.
Yes, it's much needed. We need barbecue.
Yes.
You
Matter of fact,
hungry?
I never told you, but I had to go to the hospital, and they gave me a barbecue IV, and I just perked right up.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
sounds like everyone needs a barbecue IV for.
oh, let me tell you, get ready for this show. When I was doing my cooking, I was like, you know what? I'm licking the pan, the barbecue sauce out of the pan. I want, you know what? This is guy version of licking the batter.
Yeah, you know what? Seriously, and
I
it's
know.
so good.
Oh, yeah.
I love
I'm just thinking.
barbecue.
Oh, we did that this week, folks. Gonna be good. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to do a segment ad hocing here. A segment just on barbecue sauce. We'll have to quickly look it up, but I'll have to show some what I have.
Barbecue.
I write the brand for anything Jack Daniel's flavored barbecue sauce. And there's a few others. God, there's one I used to love. It was the honey mustard. Oh man, I'm gonna have to Google it right quick. I'm forgetting, but I like anything honey mustard. How about you?
You know what? There is actually some barbecue that there's some barbecue sauce they sell at Aldi. They have a
Yeah.
bunch of really good barbecue sauces there. You should go and check it out. Seriously. There was like a St. Louis barbecue sauce with no HFC.
Huh.
Yeah.
Look at Sweet Baby. I didn't know that it was possible. Look at Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That's not what I used to love.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What is there?
Have you ever thought about putting soy sauce on barbecue?
I do that on my carne asada.
Yeah. Soy sauce is really good for barbecue.
Dang it, we're going to get... Folks, if you watch tonight's episode, do not look at the scale tomorrow morning.
I know, just by
you're going to have the munchies bad tonight. Next thing you know, you're going to go out running that 24 hours market and go and grab and getting that barbecue going.
You'll definitely gain a few pounds.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's a barbecue sauce called Blues Hog. That sounds interesting. Lots of Sweet Baby Ray's.
What you guys didn't hear is I muted. What you guys didn't hear is I muted myself and I yelled at the dogs and hey, no, because they're chasing the cat around.
Well, I thought it was because did somebody put barbecue sauce on the cat?
Yes. Kitty barbecue. Kitty barbecue. Chewy, no. Not a snack. Not a snack. No. He's like, I'm watching you, cat.
I'm still looking through. And I'm still looking for that particular brand. I used to like it back in the 90s. I know it's still sold. And I'm seeing this Sweet Baby Ray's, but I'm looking at Jack Daniel's honey mustard barbecue sauce.
What about Bullseye?
That's it. That was the brand. Thank you.
Bullseye.
Google couldn't tell me that. You're smarter than Google.
Yes. So
I think I just spent $5 on Amazon.
Princess Leia is a total cuddle factor right now. She's been so happy that I'm holding her right now. She's licking my hand, kissing my face.
Do we dare show the audience during the countdown?
Oh, she's being so cute. She's just oh, please. Oh,
folks, we got to do this.
Look at her. She's oh, just scratch my tummy.
There it is. Back to the countdown. Everybody got a sneak peek at what Princess Leia's doing. 6 minutes to go.
It's so cute. But yeah, I know. The barbecue is always one of my favorite parts of the summer. It's always such good, yummy things to eat.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Bullseye.
Yes,
I love Bullseye.
Do they still have it?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up. Let's Google right now. Let's see. I am going to do that right now. Bullseye BBQ sauce. You can spell BBQ, but barbecue, it must be too hard.
Yeah.
There it is. Bullseye.
Maybe just everyone doesn't carry it.
I don't know. There's it's a Walmart.
Oh, really?
And Amazon and Walmart. Here's some stuff in Germany. Meatwave.com has Bullseye. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna really kind of reveal tonight my favorite recipe for marinating carne asada. Because I mean, like if I made the food chain pyramid, guess would be on the top? Carne asada.
Mm-hmm.
If we have time, I have to show my favorite grill. Matter of fact, if I go grab it, it'll take me like, let's see, we got 4.5 minutes almost. Should I go grab my favorite grill? It's a little portable grill.
Oh yeah, that little cute little thing.
Yes.
Do you use the sterno to do it?
No sterno, but you put the stuff. If I go grab it right now, because let me see here. Yeah, if I go grab it, will you be nice to the audience?
Of course, I am always nice to the audience.
All right, no shenanigans, because I wouldn't do that to you ever.
No.
All right, I'm gonna go grab the little grill, and I'm gonna show it off and during part of the show. Now, I want to go get it.
Okay.
Audience, I'm trusting you to make Svea behave, and also share the show. All right, go grab it.
Yes. So you guys want to make sure that you're sharing the show, because when you share the show, sharing is caring, and it basically tells everyone about our show. We do the show every week. You know, our fans, our loyal followers that love our show so much. You guys see our show every week, you know. We always come up with interesting things to talk about and interesting topics and guests and whatnot. So we always try to do something fun for you guys. We always try to think about what would it be interesting to talk about. Put some comments in of things that you'd like for us to talk about, because we always are interested in different things, and you know, we hope that we pick some good programming for you guys. But we always wonder, you're like, oh, are we not talking about enough crafting things? You know, that's what we're talking about today. We always bring up all kinds of interesting things. We're talking about all kinds of stuff, and I was thinking, are we bringing enough crafting in? You know. And it's like, if you think about cooking is crafting, right? You know,
we talk about the craft of everything, because everything's a type of craft.
Everything is man-made, right? Everything takes creativity. Everything takes creativity. Everything takes, you know, imagination. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist. You know, like if you think about it, it's like if no one had an imagination and wanted to know about where the stars are, would we know about the solar system and space? You know, it's like, would we know about cookies, or would we know about cooking recipes? Would we know about
barbecue sauce?
Would we know about home improvement? I mean, would we know about any of these things? Everything takes creativity. Everything takes some idea that's been brought from something and made into a plan, made into an item, right?
Yeah, I went out to go get the barbecue grill, and I come out and I start hearing philosophical discussion one way.
I know, right? You were thinking I was going to be all bad. You're all thinking I was going to be all bad today. I'm like, what is he talking about? I'm never bad. You're the one that's bad. You're always telling people, hey, to ask Svea what shoes she's wearing. Ask her to drop a shoe or something.
I do not, and our regular faithful viewers of the show will back me up, folks.
Yeah, right. They're going to throw you under the bus. Mm-hmm. They're going to throw you under the bus, James.
They love me. Folks, please lie for me again.
They love you, but they're going to throw you under the bus because they love me too.
I'm not going to test their loyalties because I respect our audience more than you do, apparently.
What?
You're implying things. I never pull things on you. Audience, please lie for me in the comments again.
You guys, this is so funny. Princess Leia is like scratching her head.
1 minute left. 1 minute to go.
Yes,
so, barbecue mania.
I know. We're talking about barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yay,
something that brings both the more sophisticated levels of society along with the rednecks together. Good barbecue.
Barbecue.
And NASCAR.
Barbecue.
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 That is the secret to world peace. All right, 20 seconds to countdown, Svea. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You remember how to count down backwards? Not walk backwards while counting up, but count.
Yeah.
Inside Mochi.
Oh, Mochi's trying to skip it. I know. Ready?
All right, you ready, folks? Here we go for the countdown. Countdown with us. Get ready. I hope you shared the show. 10.
9.
8.
7,
6,
5,
4,
3.
2.
Wait, how did that happen?
Apparently we've jumped in time, so
Why don't we
that's
just
weird.
stop the clock and we start over?
Let's. I'm not going to give the audience 10 more minutes of us banter. They came to watch the show. Let's start over again.
Okay.
All right, and now let's try this again. Starting in 10 seconds, folks. Do overtime. You're going to count down with us in case you messed up. And starting with that was weird. 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
0. Showtime. It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea Yang and James Hermes. On this week's show, barbecue. Svea and James are going to show you some of the favorite foods to barbecue on the grill. Why is having a barbecue not popular in Italy? Because the spaghetti keeps falling through the grill. It's time to start the show. Hola.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Gotcha. What was with the change of the voice in the opening? I'm thinking like I didn't use another mic, but it's like
I heard like a double of James or something. Was that what you were hearing?
I was commenting during the opening, going, "What's with the quality of the sound that changed all of a sudden?" Our sound crew stinks.
I don't know. Baby Yoda better start pulling up his game.
Yes, and
Jar Jar it's probably Jar Jar Pickles is doing it because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Because Baby Yoda's off sleeping, like, oh, pretty sleep, while Jar Jar's like, well, let's find another way to screw things up.
Maybe Baby Yoda is napping.
With a K, with arrowheads, because that joke never gets old.
Yes. Everyone loves that joke. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, everyone.
Yes.
That one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, why are we doing the show?
Okay. So, hey, everyone. So we do the show every week. It's a live broadcasted show. Sometimes it's pre-recorded just because we now actually have places to go and places to be. We started the show back in April 2020 during the pandemic, and we just have been continuing this every week for your viewing pleasure. And we do the show to bring up new topics, new ideas, talk about all kinds of fun things, and of course, we do this for you. If you love it, please like, subscribe to our Facebook channels, our YouTube channels, our Twitch channels. We like I said, we do this for fun, and it's a lot of fun. And Princess Leia is being a little warm right now. Hey James, what's happening with your Elk Rock Traders right now?
My Elk Rock Traders is compared to mine.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we've been busy, folks. We are pre-recorded the show tonight because I'm going to be leaving early Saturday morning. July. Been busy. I need to see what day of the month it is. July 8th, the show's on July. So July 9th, I'm leaving early Saturday morning, heading to Wrightwood Mountaineer Days, where we'll be set up. We'll have a booth up there. If you are in Southern California, especially the Inland Empire or whatnot, Riverside, San Bernardino County, want to get out of the heat a little bit, come up to Wrightwood to Mountaineer Days. The high is going to be like the low to mid 80s. It's going to be gorgeous. Come on out, say hi, look at the parade, say hi to us, and enjoy the Mountaineer Days. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing it for a few years, so always cool. Glad to be back after everything that's happened in 2020 and 2021. But you want to see how busy I've been for it?
How busy?
This is the last 4 days worth of projects.
Wow.
Is that why you told the napping joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. All right. And she does it. Well, Savea's falling asleep, and I'm here for our audience, and so obviously Svea does not care about our audience.
Like, you guys, this is like the funnest joke. I always plan James, and he like loves it so much. Like, I literally am like,
Svea,
I'm napping, everyone.
You got it. Your nose is growing. You want to get a close up. Your nose is kind of going long. You need to go saw it off. Pinocchio nose.
No.
Yep. Okay, folks. So I've been making knives. Get ready for the Brightwood Mountaineer Days. So this is amongst a few more that I've still got to finish wrapping and whatnot. So that's my latest project, plus a lot more feather work. So cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Yes.
So Svea, what's going on with your dancing bear in Dean Trade?
So my dancing bear. Well, we have been working hard. We are starting to prep for the fall powwows. We are getting in a bunch of new fabrics we're going to be putting up on our website shortly. And for those of you who did watch our live on Thursday, you will have seen the beautiful new fabrics we got in that we ordered like several months ago. So we do those lives every Thursday. You know, you want to check those out. And then exciting, you know, we should be closing on our home soon. So I'm excited about that. So we're actually going to be moving again. So we're moving out of our condo, moving all my mom's stuff into the house. It's just like a lot of moving. Moving. It's several things in one. Several things take place to several things to take place again. But yeah.
It's like looking redundant up the dictionary says see redundant. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, so it's exciting. It's exciting. But yeah, we're working on getting ready for the fall. So that's like huge for us because it's like powwow, like 6 in a row. So we're trying to get ready for that, and we're getting ready for the bead shop hop, which is coming up very soon. We're going to have our brochure available probably in the next day or so, and we're going to have pre-registration open in the next day or so. It's been a lot of work.
Gotcha. Matter of fact, one of our September shows coming up is going to be nothing but the bead shop hop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's we've done that. I think last year was also about the bead shop hop, and that was a lot of work just gearing for that show to premiere it that night.
Yeah,
still not enough time to talk about all the happenings of it.
Yeah, it takes. I could seriously talk for a few hours about it.
Gotcha. Well,
I don't want to
have an hour on the show.
I'll give you. I promised James I wouldn't yawn today because I drank some.
Because Sevea's like, audience, so exciting. But I care about you folks. Give Svea crap.
Aww.
For yawning on the show.
That's not nice. That was, it's late. This is actually an hour later than normal airing.
We're recording this right now as we're recording the show tonight. It's 11 p.m. right now.
This is literally the same amount of time that we are literally starting an hour later than normal.
We're usually ending the show about this time on a Friday night. But anyway, as we move along, should I go ahead and talk about the thing right now with the GoFundMe thing?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's get that done. Folks, don't want to be a Debbie Downer on this one, but we want to get something out of the way at the beginning of the show. Mac Lopez, a friend of the show and a guest. He was one of our first guests. If you want to see that episode of Late Night Craft Talk with Mac Lopez, who is a fantastic Native American flute player. I believe he was on in late June or mid-July 2020. If you want to scroll back on one of those shows on our or on one of our respective YouTube channels where you can find that video more easily. Mac was a heck of a lot of fun to have on the show. But Mac posted a couple days ago that his daughter has breast cancer. And he's set up a GoFundMe to help his daughter out. And we all have a family member or a friend, whatnot, that we've almost all know that has had breast cancer. It was in my family, a close relative that had to get a mastectomy with one of her breasts removed. And so it affects us all. And I'm going to share, and we'll put down in the comments, the address of the GoFundMe. And here it is. So are we able to post that right now so it can be commented now, or do we have to do that?
Why don't we put it in the description of the show?
Okay, we'll put it in the description. So folks, if you look at the description for the show, you'll see this GoFundMe for Mac Lopez's daughter. If you look him up on Facebook, I've shared the video if you're on my friend's book, or you can look at my own personal Facebook. It's on there. I shared a video of Mac announcing that, and he played a song dedicated to his daughter when he announced the GoFundMe. And I will tell you, folks, it is haunting. The love for his daughter is reflected in his music and the wavering he has for it. And his heart and souls come out of it, like any PC does, any music. And it is amazing. So please check it out. Please help friend of the show, Mac Lopez out, and help support him. It's pretty important. I've donated a bit, and let's help him out. He's a great individual, and he's going to be on the show in the next few months again.
Yeah.
Mac's back. So folks, please do that. Lend your hearts. And with that, we don't want to, we try to bring the show on as a high note, let's keep it fun, but sometimes we do have those moments that we have to share something kind of painful or can be painful that's downer, but we felt that was important to share here at the beginning of the show. With that, back to the show. Before we get started on the barbecue, I was like remembering some stuff and I was looking up some information, and for some reason a few days ago, I was looking up reviews of the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Not Grand Canyon National Park and Grand Canyon. And so I got on Google to look at the reviews, and it's surprising how many 1-star reviews there are.
Well, for the Grand Canyon?
For the Grand Canyon.
What? I thought it was bigger, or it's not as spectacular as I thought it was?
Well, things really would occur to you. Matter of fact, I want to share some of those. Here's one right quick. 1 star. This is a real review, folks. I thought it would be a good trip. I even took my 7 kids and my husband, and we got back. It was quite nice. But when we were going back, we realized that we had no pants. All 9 of us were stranded, pantless. Please fix this problem. Folks, this isn't doctored. These are reviews posted on Google about Grand Canyon National Park.
Seriously? What is that? I don't understand.
I don't know. It's a pants thing. So here's another one. This is a great place, but I have 2 main concerns. Firstly, I feel as though there are far too many rocks here for my liking. Okay, it's Grand Canyon. Perhaps consider taking some of these rocks and moving them. Secondly, I had to buy a new pair, new pants after my visit, as all of my pants, as well as my family's, mysteriously disappeared. This may be an issue. Thanks. Pants. Okay.
So do you think these people knew each other or something?
I don't know, but I mean, I looked at this. It's Grand Canyon. There's going to be like tens of thousands of reviews about it. And I look at the most recent. There's a lot, and this dates back several months.
They talk about no pants?
No pants. I mean, look, here's another one. It was a significant view, as it was the largest hole I had ever penetrated. But 'twas halfway through my trip where I had an epiphany, and my pantaloons have disappeared. The pantaloon snatcher had struck again. If you have them, email me. His pantaloons. Obviously, this man is British, high society British. What is it?
Weird. This is kind of maybe too racy for this show.
I don't know, but here's another one.
Okay.
I visited the Grand Canyon in June of 2018.
Wait. That says I visited the Bland Canyon.
I visited the Bland Canyon in June of 2018. I was very excited to take my inner tube down the Cottonwood River. It was awful, in capital letters. It was super rocky. I cut my foot on a rock, and my inner tube popped. Mind you, folks, there's world-class whitewater rapids in the bottom of the Grand Canyon. The water was moving a little too fast for my liking, and it was really cold. After my tube popped, I had an incredibly difficult time getting out of the canyon. I couldn't find a ladder anywhere. Will never return.
Hey, 31 people liked it.
Yeah. Well, at least his pants stayed on.
I think that these were meant to be as jokes.
I don't know. But here's another one. I was held hostage for 3 years here. Terrible customer service. I lost about 28 pairs of pants. Please fix this.
I'm telling you, I seriously think this is a joke.
I don't know. Grand Canyon's full of a lot of mysteries. Maybe there's something about pants. Average and unremarkable canyon, but incredible secondhand pants store right next to the gift shop with a great variety and reasonable prices.
Seriously, there has to be an inside joke. Okay.
I don't know, but let's take one more review right here. I've never been to the south rim of the Grand Canyon, but I decided to look at some photos on the internet, and all of a sudden I suffered a pantsectomy. After recovering from this clothing emergency, I again risked looking at more photos of the Grand Canyon, and then wham, another pantsendectomy. This only happens when looking at photos of this giant hole. It will probably disappear in the near future because it will be filled with pants.
Okay,
What?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah. You were supposed to notice something.
What?
Look at the review.
Oh, is it for like your butt?
No, look at the review.
Okay, hold on.
Look at the top of the review. You're supposed to call me on that.
I didn't even see that. You know why? Because I was Googling when you should have told me to look at this.
No, all of these are really, I really clipped from the Google from the reviews. And there's a whole bunch more. You're supposed to notice that and go, James, how come that has your name on it? And then I would go, no reason.
Wait, put it back on. I was still reading it. Hold on. Because I was on another tab looking it up.
I decided to join in the fun and put in my own review about pants.
That's why I said I think there is kind of a joke about.
Oh yeah. I was just trying to have fun with the punchline. This was supposed to be the
okay. Listen to this. Odd internet trend has Grand Canyon reviews saying. Okay, hold on. Saying they lost their pants. Everyone's a critic. If you scroll through online reviews of Grand Canyon Park recently, you may have noticed hundreds of people saying they lost their pants while visiting the popular Arizona landmark. One-star reviews of Grand Canyon posted Yelp, TripAdvisor, Google seemed to mostly feature one complaint: visitors leaving trouserless. The origin for the less than credible prank reviews is unknown, but could be the result of the 2019 Twitter post online by Sarah Shower, online comedian Sarah Shower, known for their viral posts on Vine, TikTok, and Twitter. Shower's tweet, which has over 8,000 likes, reads, "Dating advice: don't drunk text your ex. Just leave a bad review for the canyon." Grand Canyon. Attached to the post are photos of Shower's Google review of Arizona's own Wonder of the World that simply states, "I've seen bigger."
Well, it morphed into just the whole missing pants thing. Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
That's what it's part of it is, I think.
Yeah, there's some of those pants reviews that go back like a year and a half.
Okay, but it says 2008 to 18.
So a couple of reviews. I didn't scroll that far
2019. Back. That's 3 years ago.
It's going on, definitely longer than I said. I didn't scroll back that far. All right.
2019. It's already been 3 years. Oh my God.
Yes. All the way to the 2020s. We're well into the 2020s. All right. We ready for the tonight's subject?
Yeah. Let's talk about tonight's subject. What's tonight's subject?
Barbecue. Amazingness. All right. Folks. Barbecue. Amazingness. All right.
Yes.
On this, so should I show my favorite barbecue grill, or should we just go ahead and introduce a barbecue?
Why don't we show your grill? Show us your grill.
Okay. Now, I am a carne asada nut. I'm a carne asada connoisseur.
Guys, this guy is a carne asada snob.
I'm a carne asada connoisseur.
He is a snob about his carne asada. Let me tell you, this guy.
You have to. When you are making something that's a gift directly from God.
I'm telling you. I told you he's a snob. He's a carne asada.
$12 a pound miracle. Okay, so one of my favorite things, and I've done carne asada on the show before. It's been quite a while. Our last cooking episode, I think it was 4th of July show last year. But when I go on like kayak trips or smaller groups, I bring this ultra portable grill that fits right in the kayak really nicely. It only weighs like a pound and a half, but it's stamped sheet metal. I love this thing. This is, let me get it out here.
You guys are gonna flip out. This is like his little okay, so if James went to Sharper Image, this is what he would buy at Sharper Image.
Or Cabela's or REI or Bass Pro. Okay, so this just folds out like that. And it just sits there, little portable fireplace like that. And I mean, here it is. You can tell it's well used. And so it just sits out there. And usually I'll take some, I keep some aluminum foil in this, in the little bag right here. And what I do is I put the aluminum foil, I line it right in there. I take it right in there so it's V shaped. I keep in there because that keeps the ashes. Then I have this little sheet metal, little what you call this thing?
It's like a chicken wire kind of thing.
It's not chicken wire. It's it's a mesh. It's a stainless steel mesh.
Okay.
And I just put it in right like this. You can see that. I modded this, so I customized this part to fit in there. Didn't come with the unit. And then you have this wonderful thing that sits right on top, just like that. And granted, it's only like 9 inches by 6 inches. It's not very big. There's models that come out bigger. This is the smallest one. And I can make a little campfire in it, or I fit there. And what's nice is look how close that metal mesh is to the grill. I can cook almost 2 pounds of carne asada with 12 to 14 charcoal briquettes that fit just below the little grill right here. Mm-hmm. And it does beautifully. The meat cooks quick. Kelly Jo Miller, who's been on the guest hosted the show a couple times, cooked shrimp kebabs on this sucker on a Colorado River trip.
That's cool.
And I mean, we did a pound and a half of carne asada and that on one set of coals, so it cooks quick. It's real close, and I love it. This got the nickname Man Grill. We call this. I forgot it, and that was the kids. We were at the Kern River a week ago. The kids are like, Man Grill, bring out Man Grill. I was like, I remember Man Grill. I have. So this now has the nickname Man Grill. Mm-hmm. And we'll have to break it on another cooking show to show just me cooking on it and going,
awesome.
Man Grill. And with that, that is Man Grill. I have to put it someplace where it's not going to fall over. Okay. There it is. I'm going to be packing that up after the show. So that's my favorite grill. But there's a lot of different styles. You can do propane, wood chips. I'm a big fan of mesquite, of grilling with it. What do you like to grill with?
What do I like to grill with?
Yeah, do you like using charcoal? Do you like using wood chips?
Well, we usually just use a gas flame grill, like gas barbecue.
Propane and propane accessories.
Well, the biggest thing that we love to barbecue in our barbecuer is we barbecue our turkey for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Oh. We do barbecue turkey we use the oven bags, and we do like an oven bag turkey in the barbecue. It is so fantastic. It doesn't use our ovens. It doesn't make the place super hot. But it just makes like a perfect, because it's like the amount of heat it's only around the bird. It's not like this huge box of.
Oh yeah. What Helen Howard, who's been on the show, she was a guest back in December 2020, and she does this trick on these some river trips. Well, she will take like a 15 or 20 pound turkey, and she'll put it in a metal trash can. She'll have a turkey stand on there, that goes on. The metal trash can goes over it, and she puts charcoal briquettes underneath and on top. And of course, she wraps the turkey with a bunch of aluminum foil. Yeah. And it creates like a giant Dutch oven. And like cast iron Dutch oven, you're thinking something else. We've already been through this.
Yes,
people are willing to go to you for that. But
like, seriously? No, it's funny though.
We need to let's not relive that moment because it was embarrassing for you. So they do the giant Dutch oven, and the turkey comes out amazing. Another friend named Josh, who I believe watches the show sometimes, Josh Clem, will deep fry a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep. Folks, hope you're getting hungry. That means you're listening and getting into it with us. So at this point, we want to actually show a recipe that is so good, a method so great for barbecuing ribs. My second favorite thing on this earth is negotiable. It sometimes depends on the moment. Ribs.
You know what? Ribs are really good. Actually, my favorite part about ribs is when the meat, it just falls off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that line? I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
I just don't like it when the meat doesn't fall off. You have to chew it off the bone. I'm like, that's not how it should be. It should be like just you get to bite it and just
breathe on it and the meat goes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's take a look at that. So we ready for showing a video about how to barbecue 8 ways
Yeah.
to barbecue ribs?
Yeah.
All right, folks. This we filmed on Sunday, July 3rd. And this is how I cook ribs in my house. This is one method, one of my more favorite. And it's pretty encompassing. The GoPro angle is a little off. Go work with it, but you can see what's going on. And after this, y'all will say USA, USA, USA. And here we go. All right, welcome to the kitchen of Late Night Craft Talk, where we make some of the most amazing things you will ever see broadcast in a late night craft talk show on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch. Today, we are going to make amazing ribs using amazing ribs and a magical device called an Instapot. But let's show how we prep the ribs. Cut. Oh, look at that, look at that. And that says the USA, USA like ribs. Let's get that cut up. So, take it over here. You can see some we've already prepped right there. So we're going to take this, cut in bunches to 2 fit in that magical device called the Instapot. So we start cutting this up a bit. Oh, look at that amazingness. All right. Put some right there. Whoopsie doodles on something there. All right, cut these in bunches of 2. There's 2 right there. But we're going to start over here.
Don't cut your hand, man.
There's 1, 2. Cut. All right, some of these ingredients we're going to use right there that we already see on the ribs right here. We're using smokehouse maple from Grill Mates. The taste you trust. Well, I trust you with my ribs, so that means amazing things. So we put some on here. We put some on there that's already there. Put some on the top. We've already put some we've already put in the pan. And these others on the top as we layer the ribs right there. We're going to put that, those will be on there, and then we'll do another layer on top of amazingness. Let's cutting. And there's a stack of 3. Put that right there. Put this little piece right here. And let's do another layer of that McCormick Smokehouse Maple. Actually, we should be humming. All right, now that we've got that all done and cut up, we take it over here to that magical device called the Instapot. I think, what's that word from Harry Potter? Bakerus. That will go at that, or barbecuous, or just make ribbus. That'll be the magical word. So we take that. Oh, let me get some water. We need to get that water. We need to pour it in the bottom of the Instapot because I guess it's magic water.
Oh, you're using that
pour it
little
in there.
Underneath there.
And we start stacking the ribs upright. That way they will cook evenly. The pressure cooker. Start stacking them in there on their ends. Lay them in there. Oof. I'd eat them now, but that'd be weird.
Raw.
Get those in there. Might have to cram them in a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. It's like soldiers standing at attention saying, barbecue! Or grill, or Instapotus. Whatever. We'll call it ribbus. All right. Got a bunch in there. All in there. Look at that. A pot, an Instapot of magicalness. USA.
You need the next size
Let's
up.
put the lid on this magical device and say barbecuous and push the pressure cook button. Now what that's going to do is that's going to cook the ribs for 15 minutes. So it's going to be partially cooked right there. Then we're going to put them on the pan right here. And we're going to add, little thing tells us it's going. So it's going to cook for 15 minutes anyway. We're going to put it on the pan, and then we're going to put in the Zesty Peach barbecue sauce. This is made by our Amish women. So Jebediah, your bae right here made this wonderful barbecue sauce. Thank you, Amish. We're going to spread them on, and then we're going to put them in that oven for 20 minutes. And it'll, for about, 300 degrees for 20 minutes. So that barbecue sauce can bake into those ribs. And we say ribbus, abracadabribus, again, whatever the magic word is I came up with, and we'll have USA, ribs. USA, USA. Keep cooking, buddy. Ribs. All right.
It is done in the Instapot right now. Those ribs are half cooked. We're going to put them in here and put that wonderful, wonderful barbecue sauce on it. That zesty peach barbecue sauce. All right. So we want to take these out of here. Lay them in there. Let's get another piece. Boy, I think I hear angels singing. Do y'all hear angels singing? I do. I think I definitely do. Let's just get that away. Get that one piece here. It'll all fit on this one pan, so that's wonderful. That is wonderful, wonderful. Look at that. Meat's already falling off the bone. Meat is already falling off that bone. That's amazing. Let's just get that off to the side here. All right. Now we did that. We want to rub some barbecue sauce on top of that meat. Let's get that done. Just takes a little bit each one. Remember, it's been sitting in there. Oh, we gotta make that fit. Let's get some of that brushed on. Some of the amazingness.
Paint a little bit of barbecue love on them.
Let me tell you.
Liquid
This will make somebody find religion.
love.
Doesn't matter what religion, but definitely the Church of the Fawns. Oh, that means the oven's ready when you just heard that sound. All right. Oven time. So let's finish that off. Amazingness. Okay. Now we preset the oven for 350 degrees. Normally do it about 300, but I'm just thinking with a little bit more ribs than we normally do, just because 4th of July weekend, we're going to do 350. I'm going to take the ribs right here. Let's take those and put them right in the oven. We're going to do it for 20 minutes. Let's see what that looks like when it's all done. 2 thumbs up.
What's the barbecue?
Beep time. All right, let's take a look-see, folks. Oh, let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. Look at that. Oh, it's just sizzling. Smells amazing. All right, let's turn that oven off. Okay. Next step. Do the other fixing and eat those ribs. Hoorah! All right, now that those ribs are done, I have made a couple of sides to go with it. I have the ribs right here, and it is great paired with baked beans and coleslaw. Makes a great traditional, well, that's just ice on the cake. I'm mostly here for the ribs, so watch the way they just fall apart off that bone. Look at that, no effort at all. Dinner time. Oh. I'm going to eat so many ribs, I may not have room for the coleslaw and the baked beans. Either way, ribs. USA, USA.
James, that was a fantastic video.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it.
Thank
So
you, ma'am.
people, I'm telling you guys, this Instapot thing is a real thing because Dan, my husband, who is an expert at barbecue and cooking in general, he always pre-cooks his ribs and wings and different things that he heats up on the grill. Not necessarily steaks, but he'll actually pre-cook in the Instapot or pressure cooker or, slow cooker or whatever. He'll pre-cook it and then he'll put it on the grill. So that sounded really good.
It's a good way to do it. When I was on a river trip here a few months ago, we had a guy named Mike Calhoun who we all were going to do a carne asada contest.
Yeah.
The best stuff. And we had it was a couple of scout troops, me, Mike Calhoun and his family, part of another troop. And so I cooked up carne. They cooked up their carne. Of course, mine won because it's my carne asada. But we won. But Mike comes out and says, try this. He's like, did you carne? He goes, no, I did ribs. I went, how are you doing ribs? They were in a canoe. And what he did is he did an Instapot, half cooked them, and then brought out and grilled the rest. And, he did a lot of marinade. And this man, his ribs are out. I mean, man is outrageous at barbecuing, and he just, I mean, dude nailed it. Did the best life, but he actually one time was actually about a few weeks later. We're doing another river trip. He's there, and we were doing group food, and we did tacos the first night. Dude brings out mahi that he caught on the Gulf of California down in Mexico, and did all this stuff to it, and brought it out, and I was like, mahi? No, this is miracle heat. It was amazing. So this guy, I mean, this dude killed it. It was pretty awesome. So that's how we do ribs. That is a cool way to do it. When I found out Dan does the same way, I was like, I'm on the right track, because Dan is another professor of barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, you'd be surprised. He's actually sleeping on the couch. I don't know if you can hear snoring in the background.
Nope. Good mic.
Wait. Shh. No, seriously. He's snoring.
Can we?
He really.
Does he watch the show?
Yes, sometimes.
Oh, he's gonna kill you.
I know. Dan used to watch the show a lot, but I think that it became like, oh, you're doing the show again.
Well, it's like, our audience is like, loves it. A lot of people watch the show. They love it. But Dan's like,
yeah,
I'm watching the dogs while Svea is there in the show.
Because he pretty much he's watching the dogs so that the dogs aren't a nuisance while I'm trying to film, right? So, and we do the show. We mostly do the show at home because on Friday nights at 10 p.m., being at the store is kind of hard.
Yeah. We used to do it. That was during the pandemic.
Yeah. And yeah, but Dan, he has all kinds of secrets, and we were going to try to get him on, but he's just too tired.
Yeah. Wasn't working tonight, but we'll get him on. There will be other barbecue shows because of the live subject.
Yes.
All right. I actually have on here. I have looked up. For those of you who want to look for like little details to help you with the barbecuing, there is from Mental Floss 12 barbecue tricks and tips from pit masters. I had to go to a pit master's thing one time. I was like, these men are prophets on earth. They're men of men. Women of men. Mm-hmm. Women of women. They're just prophets. Okay. So with this, we could probably discuss each point a little bit. Number one, they says is don't use a gas grill. That's arguable. I think they're going to do it just because they want types of wood for the flavor.
Yeah.
I know one guy, he can't. It takes him 3 days to barbecue because he smokes his own meat.
Wow.
His name is also Mr. Amazing. All right. What are your opinions or Dan's opinions on gas grill?
We use a gas grill.
Propane accessories.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that you want to get the heat, and the thing is with charcoal, I mean, it's kind of a debate whether or not it's carcinogenic. Yeah. Right. So if you're just using straight flame, it's basically like a fire pit, So, I mean, for us to use propane, we prefer it just because it's not as, like I said, we just don't know about the, experts say this, experts say that. They were saying margarine was healthy, and then they said it wasn't healthy, Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we just use the gas by itself, the propane by itself. Just because
this article says is there's a lot of different ways to cook barbecue: direct heat, indirect heat, with charcoal, with wood chips, with split logs. But one thing that most experts agree on is that a gas grill isn't the way to go. The smoke is an ingredient in itself, writes chef and TV personality Valentino Warner. Without it, you get the heat, but you're missing out on the nuanced flavor. Yeah, but
there's something about cooking on fire that not everyone has access to.
And if you're in an area that's high fire danger because of drought, you're not allowed that. You can only use gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that you don't have to use a smoke. I mean, you don't have to use wood burning to get a great flavor. We've always used, and then plus the thing is the oil. Okay. The thing is the oil drips down on the charcoal briquettes that are not charcoal. They're like ceramic bricks underneath
Mhm.
that the oil melts off and smokes it.
That's the case a lot of times.
Yeah,
Right.
because we have those ceramic bricks underneath on the bottom of the grill. So the fire is there, so it's like getting them really hot because that's how they get the smoke smell. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
For sure.
But maybe this article wasn't too clear on that part. All right. Number 2, use wood from fruit trees for extra flavor. The reasoning is because, speaking of nuanced, to change up the flavor using the usual flavor, try adding fruit tree wood chips to your charcoal. Fruit woods are mild in flavor and high in sap and generally have fewer impurities in them. You can choose from whatever is easiest to find near you. Apple, cherry, grape. His personal favorite is peach, wood from a peach tree. I can see that.
Maybe I should save some of the wood for my peach tree. We had the peach tree that we have on our place. A whole bunch of the branches broke because they weren't maintained or taken care of properly. It's a young peach tree, and we had like 400 peaches on this tree, 400 or 500, maybe even more, maybe even 800 peaches on this tree, and the tree branches were like the size of my finger. So all of the limbs like were down, and as soon as we lifted all the peaches off, they were like, "Oh, I can lift up." But several of them.
Did you look at that and go, "Oh, peachy"?
We're like, "Oh no!" So we
Gotcha.
pulled all of the peaches off and tried. So hopefully we'll know in the next month if that repaired part of the tree because we basically put it back up on itself.
Lordy, I hope. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Don't check the temperature repeatedly. The article then states, the proper technique for cooking barbecue can be summed up with 3 words: low and slow. Be patient. Try not to check the temperature more than every half hour or every half an hour at most, since it cools things off when you do check the temperature. There's really no reason to open the cooker for the first couple of hours unless you think things are going too fast. As the saying goes, if you're looking, it ain't cooking. After that, every hour or so can mop the meat with your sauce and check the temperature while you're at it then.
You know what? Already I can tell you this is a article that's based on smoker barbecues.
Oh, yes. Totally.
Because our barbecue is a gas barbecue, and they wouldn't necessarily say that about checking the heat.
Well, the thing is that if you do the oven or you check it all the time, you're having to pull a cover off. You have to pull it away.
Lid, and you're putting cool air in.
And you're pulling cool air, and you're stopping it from cooking every time you check it right there, and that's just impatience.
Yeah. But the smoker is a slow cook.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a different method. We can cover this tonight. We showed the oven. We talked about gas grill. We can share this, and there's something we can probably get from it. Let the meat sit before eating.
Yes, this is something that's called resting. Let the meat rest. This is a legit thing because when it's right off of the grill, it's not as good as if it's been sitting for about 10 minutes.
Absolutely. And then plus the meat's hot and burn your tongue.
Yeah. You don't want to burn your tongue. It's not nice.
Another one is avoid light fluid flavored meat.
Wait, avoid light fluid
flavored meat. Let me read it. If you're using lighter fluid, okay, that makes fine. So there was a typo in there. Obviously, in the title. If you're using lighter fluid to get your charcoal fire started, make sure that the fire is completely out before you introduce meat into the mix. If the fire's not out, then there is still some lighter fluid that hasn't been burned away, and you do not want that taste on your food. You will know it's time to start cooking when the charcoal is mostly an ash gray color with a little bit of glowing red underneath. it should take about a half an hour.
Yeah.
I can see that with a charcoal.
Yeah, you
'Cause, you
don't
know-
want to that fire that happens right away. That's like the lighter fluid just going burning on it. So yeah, that is absolutely very good advice, because you will have meat that tastes like lighter fluid, and that's
Oh
not
yeah. There's nothing about taking some meat that looks pretty good, barbecue, and going, bick.
lighter fluid. Tastes like propane.
And propane accessories.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, when you even start the grill, I should have done a video on that part too. When you start the grill, there's too many people that they want to get the charcoal briquettes going, so they just keep on adding more lighter fluid to the point that they have no eyelashes
Yeah.
because they burned off.
Yeah, that's the worst.
For man grill, what I do is I take I'll take wood chips or kindling. If I'm out in the woods, I'll take whatever kindling I got and put it in the bottom and have that go up. And I'll add a little bit of denatured alcohol because it's not flavored. And I'll pour that on there a bit just as a accelerant. And I'll use that and it'll burn up to light the coals. It doesn't take much to get the coals going, especially when you're dealing with a dozen of them. But that's what I'll do for man grill. There's too many of the people that are lesser skilled that are just like, oh, I don't think it's going yet. Let's go another pound of lighter fluid. That costs more than gas now, almost.
Practically.
All right. So we have another one with laid down aluminum foil for easy cleanup. I covered that in Man Grill.
Yeah.
That's self-explanatory right there because it sucks taking all the ash and it's everywhere.
Also, all the drips that go down.
Oh yeah. Okay. Keep your equipment clean. That's just should be common sense. Should I read that one, or is that too self-explanatory?
Well, I think it makes sense because not everyone knows they need to clean it. I think.
Yeah, for one, I mean, it's just things grow and bad things can affect it. This says, this one's for barbecue newbies or those who have just invested in a new smoker. Before you use it for the first time, explains award-winning Texas barbecuer master Aaron Franklin. Excuse me. Build the biggest fire you can and let it rage for 45 minutes to an hour. Doing so seals up the pores of the metal and incinerates any remains of byproducts, oil, grease, metal shavings, and any other gunk of the manufacturing process. This is also a good thing to do if you haven't used your cooker in a long time and don't clean it regularly and the inside is covered with rancid grease or mold.
Yes.
That explains it right there. Okay, this one I dig. Soak wooden skewers in water to avoid burning. Because
This is really true. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
because basically the wood will not, it won't catch on fire.
Yeah.
And it's soaked with water.
That's almost common sense. Proper air circulation is key. Yes. Barbecue fire uses oxygen. If oxygen is not replenished, fire go out quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So even Man Grill has a little, going back to Man Grill, even Man Grill has these holes on the side for air circulation.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it religious too because it's holy.
Napping. Would you say that it almost looks like a slice of cheese on the side?
No, it looks like Man Grill.
No, but look at the side of it. Doesn't it look like a slice of cheese? Like if you look at the side. Yes, I know what I'm saying. Doesn't it look like a slice of cheese on the side?
If cheese was metallic and reflective. I don't think I want to eat that cheese. It's bad for the teeth.
Yeah, it might be
Good
a
for
little
the
hard.
dentist. All right. So proper air circulation. Self-explanatory. Should I read the article? You think the point's made?
I think that's kind of made. It's kind of like if there's no air, there's no fire.
This is interesting. Stay away from grocery store logs.
Oh yeah, because they aren't the flame. Well, actually, aren't
They're treated.
the ones that last for long periods of time? Those ones actually are impregnated with lighter fluid. The Duralogs.
Yes. The Duralogs should say a print on there that says not for cooking.
Yeah, so I would think that's probably what they're talking about, because I can't imagine they're saying not to use the firewood if you're like at a campfire, you can't cook food. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, this isn't talking about like the artificial Presto logs like that. Presto logs, excuse me. This says it may be convenient. Prefer smoking meat over wood fires to charcoal. It may be convenient to use the firewood sold in your local grocery store, but it doesn't produce the best results. A lot of it is kiln dried, meaning that even the most pyro challenged among us will have no trouble starting a fire with it. But the pieces will burn so fast and with so little smoke that you won't get anywhere when you cook with them.
Yeah, they're like pine. They're like a quick burning wood. You probably want like a wood that's more of like a slow burning wood, like oak.
Oak over that. Oak's amazing, isn't it? But that takes forever to burn through. Yeah, you want a lot of times is it's not the fire, it's the heat from the coals, like charcoal briquettes. But you want to get the hardwood. We'll do a charcoal briquette to go slow burn. Amongst my favorite hardwood that has some of the best flavor is mesquite. Yeah. Manzanita is also very good. Mesquite's magical. Oak is amazing also.
So James, in Japan, they actually have their Japanese barbecue. They actually use oak wood to do. They have like a little barbecue where it's actually like they make oak bricks, and you can grill your chicken over that. And this in restaurants they have this. I've been to one like that.
Nice.
It's very cool. And
do they use man-grill type grills?
The one we went to, it kind of was like a little bit like the Korean barbecue where they have the grill in the table. But they brought the grill in, but it inset into the table with the bricks, with the oak bricks.
Well, man grill insets into my heart.
Yes, you and Man Grill are very connected, I can tell. Yes. James.
This is not a date on a Friday night. Okay.
James loves Man Grill, apparently.
James loves Man Grill. Okay.
Yes.
Man Grill feeds James. As long as James feeds Man Grill. Fire.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Last part of this is use aluminum foil as a grill brush. Does that make sense to you?
We just usually use a grill brush.
You use a grill brush. If you're not quite so serious about the craft of barbecue to the point where you don't have all the tools on what? If you're not quite so serious about the craft of barbecue to the point where you don't have all the tools on hand, don't worry. In place of a grill brush, you can just crumple up a sheet of heavy-duty aluminum foil until it's the size of a navel orange, and pick it up between the locking chef tongs. The tongs will act as the handle holding onto the ball of foil brush away. That's weak, but I guess I'll do the job.
I mean, usually when we do barbecue, we use the brush at the end, and Dan heats up the grill really hot. That's usually what he does when he's done.
That's what I do.
Burn off the extra oil.
What I actually do when I'm camping and I am miles away from a picnic table, an outlet area, that stuff, and I use Man Grill. What I'll actually do is I'll take, for one, I have the aluminum foil in here. So I'll take out that steel mesh insert, and just all I got to do is just carefully take it out because it's called leave no trace. You don't want to leave any trace of people being there to preserve the environment. Important thing. So I'll crumple up the aluminum foil. Ash is already in there carefully, so none of it comes out. Crumple up, throw it in my trash bag. But to clean this part, what I'll do is I'll walk over a river because that's typically around near, and I'll just put it. I'll put it in the river to soak a little bit. But what I'll do is I'll use the sand. I'll rub it through the sand on there because it's basically a rough grit sandpaper, and that gets a lot of the stuff off. And the little SOS pad finishes off, boom, clean.
And you know what? The fish eat it.
It is kind of fishy.
I'm saying the fish will eat the extra food particles.
Oh, yeah. Usually you got these little teeny fishes like anchovy sized. I call them urethra fish for weird reasons. But did I tell the story?
No, but urethra fish just sounds really funny because it means that it's small enough to go up the
My
urethra.
usual joke is them little suckers go way up in there, man. You know what they're called? Urethra fish. And occasionally people will believe me. Teeny fish, they'll nibble on your skin and stuff like that. They'll eat this stuff too. Quickly.
Oh my god, that's funny. Okay.
I think it's hilarious. All right. So that's why you clean it out in the field. We do like car camping situation. Just throw it out, put some water on it. It's stainless steel and just scrub away and then give it a thorough clean when I get home, which I still have to do because I still have like little barbecue dinghy here. Needs to be cleaned.
Yeah.
But such is the gift of Man Grill. All right.
Yes.
That is the last point on there from Mental Floss, where they do the suggestions from there. And there was some good stuff there. Talk about the wood ash, the fruit tree, wood from a fruit tree.
Yeah.
So cool stuff. We've got 5 minutes left in the show.
I know, right?
Wow.
Well, I knew we would talk about. I knew we wouldn't struggle to talk about this stuff.
Oh no, we know we could fill 3 shows with this. We do a part 2 coming up on major holidays that require barbecue.
Do you want me to give a special tip of what Dan does for his barbecue sauces?
Please, from the professor, the representative of the professor.
Okay. So what Dan likes to do is he actually will go in and go to our refrigerator and look for any of the old sauces we have, like any old sauces or sauces that are getting to be empty. So the packages are like getting low. And so what he'll do is he'll make a sauce from all the different things. I'm not kidding you. Sounds crazy, but he'll put a whole bunch of that stuff together and it tastes so good. And we're like, how did you make that sauce? He's like, I don't know. I can't tell you. And it's like, because literally he
might not know himself.
He'll put in ketchup. He'll put in
really?
Yeah. He'll put in ketchup. I've seen him put in different like Asian sauces that we have in our fridge. There's probably hoisin sauce in there or chili sauce. And it's pretty amazing, like whatever he comes up with. And actually, I don't know if you know this, but I think it's one of the Filipino barbecue recipes has Sprite in it.
I've heard that.
Yeah. So they actually use the soda as a sweetener for their barbecue sauce. So this is a thing, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the one thing that he does. He actually will go through the refrigerator and look for any sauces, jams, any kind of things that are getting low. Because it's like sweet, savory, put all together, and just he makes like a really great sauce, and everyone always freaks out about it. And he literally can't tell you what's inside because he has no idea.
I'm about to say the potpourri suicide mix here.
Yeah, but it turns out really amazing because, like I said, like every time he makes it, it's like, wow, what was that? He's like, I don't know.
Kind of like me, whenever I do fry bread, I'm not used to doing fry bread for 2 or 3 people. I'm used to doing it for 30, 50, one time 400. Mike Owens was there asking about it. It was because of him I had to. But it's like when I make fry bread mix, people are like, how much water and flour do you put in? I went, I don't know, just so it feels like this. Handful of this, handful of that, and a pinch of this, and there, and let it sit for 15 minutes. They want like, scientific NASA accurate measurements. And I'm like,
yeah,
needs more flour.
You know what? Dan's like that. He just puts in whatever and makes it work. I've asked him, I'm like, hey, how much do you put in this? Do you put this? Do you put a tablespoon? Do you put a cup? He's like, I don't know.
Gotcha.
And he literally is like, you don't just put it. I'm like, no, I always measure because I stick to the books. But no, he doesn't measure. He like just kind of like, oh, dash here, dash there.
We do take that shotgun approach, but we know it works. Do our golden calf effigy here, Man Grill says yes.
Mm-hmm. Hey, James, guess what? It's the end of the show.
Man Grill confirms this.
Yes, we only have enough time to literally pronounce the official announcement of what the next week's show is. And then rush through our showing because then we would be literally at 1 hour.
Yep, we are. Okay, folks. Thank you for watching this week's show about barbecue. Hopefully, we gave you some good tips. We covered it's such a broad area. We didn't want to go. So we wanted to show you some extended, really good ways to do it, and you can build off from there. If you have a really cool recipe, shoot it in the comments right there. If you want to share, we do it. A friend that is barbecue challenge that might need the power of man grill. Tag him. Let him watch the show on this one.
Yeah. This is a good one. There's all kinds of good information in this show.
Oh yes, this is a very informative show.
Yes, for
this
sure.
one in cheese.
For sure. Yeah, the cheese show is fun.
Oh yeah.
Cheese.
But this one did not require. That one didn't require cooking ribs. This one did. I very much enjoyed that one.
You're like, I needed my plastic bib.
I want to wear a bib. I want that stain all over me. When ribs seem like religion. If I'm eating, I'm like, I got it right here, and I'm going. I want barbecue sauce. Dripping on my shirt.
So we were talking about before. Don't eat ribs on a first date. So
folks,
it's like all over your face.
If she goes over and she looks, and she sees all the barbecue sauce in your face, and she goes, "Honey, watch this." And she's got more barbecue sauce on her face, that's a keeper.
Okay, really quick. I know we're going over now. Okay, so there's this part in this movie with Damon Wayans and Damon and Marlon Wayans. This movie called White Chicks, as where they masquerade as these two socialites in the Hamptons over the summer, right? They pretend they're these girls, and so one of them goes on a date because she was kind of auctioned off as a date, right? For charity. And so she goes on this date with this guy who's a football player. Okay. It's Terry Crews. You know who Terry Crews is.
Oh yeah.
And he's like awesome. Crazy huge, like muscle builder, but he's a football player, right? And so she's like, the guy is on a date with Marlon Wayans is on a date with Terry Crews, but he's a girl, right? And so he's like, so Marlon Wayans orders, he's like, you want a salad? He's like, no, I want ribs. And so he was like, he was like, oh, this is so good. He was like with ribs in his mouth, like the meat, and like talking with his mouth full to try to disgust him, and like was just like licking all his fingers. His fingers are covered with barbecue sauce. And Terry Crews is like, that's wifey over there. That's wifey.
I love Terry Crews. That's cool. That movie, I think it just came out on either HBO Max or Netflix. I got to watch that because I've never seen it.
It's such a funny movie. It's hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've always liked the Wayans brothers movies. And I just, it's so funny. Every time I watch it, I still laugh. And it was like made like over, was it almost 20 years ago? It's been
out a while.
Yeah, it is a funny movie. It's hilarious. Actually, I think I might make Dan watch it again.
It'd be such a bad thing for Dan. All right, folks. Final word. To remember the specialness of this show. One final word, a little scene we're going to share with you. Just remember this. This is America, the country we live in. We hope you had a great 4th of July weekend on Monday. But just remember, folks, because the USA is back, all our history is 1 point. It is 1 point. That's okay. We're talking about it.
I can barely hear yourself. James, like
I kind of figured that happened. I just wanted to watch the barbecue with the Marine Corps band playing that song, and the fireworks over the U.S. flag and ribs.
That was really cool, but we could barely hear anything you said when you were talking. Okay,
that's fine. It made total sense anyways in the first place. All right, folks. This has been this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk Barbecue Edition. Next week we are doing featherwork. We're going to be doing the crafts, showing actual crafts, the traditional, as in, not trying to do an extended definition of it. we're going to be doing feather work. We're going to show feather work, feather fans, how to
Yes.
straighten the feathers, some feather making tips. So those of you feather artists out there might want to watch. Might come back up a cool hint here or there, or those of you who want to start the craft and learn it. We'll give you some pointers on a good way to start a cool project.
Yes. Yes. Very, very cool.
Cool. All right. And let's work on our way out now. Yep.
Yeah, we got to get up and dance because we've been sitting here for like an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we need to. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. This has been tonight's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. See you next week. Cue tap dance.
Aw, ain't he cute?
Good night, folks.